shoot, what did I do? Ah, shoot. I'm just gonna make an assumption here on the trim. Oh, maybe it won't even let me trim. Okay, let's just go ahead over to the active and take off. A bunch of alarms will no doubt go off. We'll ignore them and pretend like we know what we're doing. I actually really want to trim the aircraft down a bit. This is like a high-speed taxi here. Just taking a look around at that beautiful terminal work by Taxi2gate. Okay. Maybe I can take a look at some comments while I'm in the process of taxiing. Ah, shoot! That happens when I look at the other screen. Then I go right into no man's land. This is a pretty fast taxi for me, but so hopefully this gives you, by at least doing this, it gives you a good perspective in terms of how things look from an aircraft, from a virtual cockpit perspective, and not just looking at it from a flying helicopter, which is how many of you are not going to see it. So hopefully this helps you a bit. This airport looks beautiful. I am thoroughly impressed. I realize, oh my God, see, look at me, I can't focus. I realize there are a number of you that probably don't share my sentiment, but one could argue that maybe I'm easily impressed. I don't think I'm easily impressed. I think the work is just genuinely impressive. Now, one of the questions or one of the comments that we noted was that the sand looks a little bit blurry, that photo texture. But okay, now we're down in the virtual cockpit. You tell me your opinion of how blurry the sand looks. I mean, does it really make a deal from this point of view? Not really, right? At least doesn't seem to make a big deal to me. I think it's fine. Okay. And strobe lights. Clear on the right, clear on the left, because there's not like anybody's flying in here anyway but me. And some nice tire markings turning onto the active here as we begin to depart off 3-4 right. We'll get ready to hear the alarms go off. And the airport's looking very good from a runway perspective. Alright, landing lights on. Yeah. Alright, well, let's just go for it. I went flaps 2. Who knows what the hell's going to happen. Maybe you'll get a show, and I might wind up crashing, but we're just going to go for it. I'm not really trimmed the way I want to be, though. That's too much up-nose trim there. Alright, let's just do it. No alarms? Look at all these messages. Are you kidding me? right, well. Let's get this thing back on the center line. Let's just assume. God knows what the V speeds are. We'll just say 100 and yeah. Let's just go ahead and rotate now. I think 140 knots has got to be more than enough. And as we leave Doha, oh, finally. See, I don't think those textures really matter that much now, do they? Not that you'd even be bothering to look at them at this point. And there's those city buildings, which look really nice. Switch to an external view here if I can. Not climbing out too high because I don't want to have to be too high to turn around and land. Alright, I'm going to just let the plane try to hold itself there. Let me see if I can look at the speed, make sure we don't go into a stall. 224 knots, that's fine. Just taking a look at any questions here. Just give me a minute to scroll up. Let's see. Jetline says I'm no expert, but I don't see how you can change code from X. Oh, you guys are talking about that thing. What did I call it? A joke? Okay. Let's see. Are there docking systems? I didn't see docking systems, so docking systems will probably come with a third-party product. We pulled up to the gate. I didn't see a docking system. That's funny. Super Delphina says it's like saying you can turn a cat into a horse by pulling a saddle onto it. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Jet FA, thank you very much. Captain Gumbo, does Doha have the same working jetways like Istanbul? You know what? We didn't even really try to even see. I didn't really shut off the engines and see if we could even get the jetways to work. So that's actually a good question. Aviation says, haha, jetline system, how fitting. Yes, I know. Let's see. Super Delphina says, anyone know when that new thing from FS2 Crew might come out, that GSX on steroids? Yes. FS2 Crew is claiming that they're going to create their own ground handling program similar to that of AES and GSX, but they say it's going to be like GSX on steroids. So, you know, no matter how good it is, it can't be that great if it doesn't move the jet bridges. So I wonder what they have in mind for that. I guess we'll have to see. But AES's days are numbered once more people start leaving FSX. That's my opinion. And Xtronica, sorry, can't pronounce your name, says the airport looks pretty good. Yes, I've seen some of the photo sends are a bit blurry, not that bad overall, I'd say. Palucchio's asking, do I have the PMG 777? Which one do I like more, Captain Sim or PMDG? I don't have the PMDG, so it won't work in prepared. So I've got to go with this bad boy. And so far, it's working fine for me. Of course, it ain't going to work here until I update the NavGraph. Buiandre says, I just joined the stream a while ago. Which airport are we looking at? That's Taxi2gate Doha. Jetline says, CS 777 doesn't look bad at all. Anything else? Green Tetris loading in the desert. That's FTX Global. So, yeah, that's what that be. All right, let's turn around. Yeah. Okay. Now we got to turn around. Here we go. What time is it? 1:07. Oh my God. All right, we've got to land. It is time to end the stream. All right, let's turn this bad boy around. As I try to avoid going over 15 degrees. Or overspeed for that matter. Ooh, let's get that nose up. Those lovely prepared volumetric clouds, I love them. I tell you, I have more fun just flying through clouds in this simulator than anything else. All right, there's the city buildings off in the distance. There's our airport. And I'm really just going to try to hand fly all the way in, so anyway I can get that down. Yeah, I gotta, that's okay. We'll just try to hand fly it all the way in. I imagine my angle of attack is going to be pretty high. Alright, you know what, I feel like I'm already too low. Maybe I can cheat and use the autopilot. I don't need that. Let's see. Can I cheat and just maybe... Ooh, that's too steep. Oh, let's dial that back. Ouch. Oh, stop! Yeah, I find that with the Captain Sim 777, some of the control surfaces are too sensitive or not sensitive enough. Like the vertical speed selector is too sensitive, and the heading hold selector is too not sensitive. It's like you got to get it right in the right place every time, or you can't get the control. It's kind of annoying. Let's drop that nose. Alright, I think I can take it back over from here. It's like a dog barking. I guess the difference between here though and Fly Tampa is you can definitely see more autogen on the approach. Whether you're approaching from the north or the south, there is more autogen that's more visible. But I imagine they probably wanted to keep an eye on performance. Obviously, Fly Tampa has some pretty advanced means of optimizing performance and jamming a lot of objects into an area. So, I mean, I think it would have been nice to see more autogen, but I mean, if it's going to come at the cost of performance, and I think it's probably better to do without. Nevertheless, there's the city scenery off to the right. Coming in really hot here at 210 knots. So far, performance looks smooth. Again, we're not focusing on my flying, so please don't focus on performance and visuals. Frame rates are in the high 20s, but it's smooth, and I haven't seen any stutters yet. I haven't noticed any stutters. I'm like way off the center here. And the airport actually looks very nice on that approach. I would have gone and done it again at night so we can see it at night, but I'm really pressed for time now. I actually went over. So now I'm just going to have to land. But again, this is just as a performance benchmark. So we're just noting performance. It looks very smooth to me, folks. This is like the worst landing ever. Well, it wasn't worse than that Airbus that I did. Alright, that'll have to do. Alright, so from a performance standpoint, any questions? One of the things, and I won't mention the developer, but there is one particular developer where every time I approach the airport, it's like this sort of pause right before you get over the piano keys, and everything just holds up. And even though it's just for like a second, that just annoys the crap out of me every time. And I'm sure some of you know who I'm talking about. I don't think I need thrust reverse. I think I came in slow enough. So here, everything was smooth all the way down to the threshold. No complaints. Now, as far as docking systems and jetways, I didn't notice any docking systems. I guess I'll just pull up to a random gate and we can see if we can get the jetway to come up. I'm imagining all I need to do is just hit the parking brake and shut down the engines as long as I'm in the right spot. Oops, let's turn these lights off. Coming back into the airport now. Oh, that looks very nice. I'm very impressed with Taxi2gate and the efforts that they did here. Again, this is a 6-month project. Less than 6 months. I think it's a hell of an undertaking. I mean, if you look at Houston, I guess you could say Houston's about the same size and scale. I'm not, but nevertheless, that took a year and a half. Taxi2gate did this in less than half that time. Hush. Okay. So I'll probably need to switch to the external view just so I can park the plane at the gate. And I think we'll park over here. This looks like as good a gate as any. Oh wow, spoilers are still up. Okay. See, I do see that. Let me just stop the plane real quick. I do see that there is some sort of docking system there. Let me go back to the virtual cockpit real quick. No, there's not. Sorry. Does anyone see any docking system anywhere? I don't. I'm also noticing some random just kind of texture stutters on the stairs there. You can see that. Here, some stutters. I'm only seeing it on the railings though, and I guess that's because when you make these railings transparent like that, I think that's probably a P3D thing. And then you see some of it here. So that might have something to do with transparency, so the team might want to go back and take a look at that. That can be kind of annoying as you approach the gate. But no, I don't see a docking system. We'll pull up to the gate. Make sure we're on the 777 marker. Let's see, where is 777? Oh, B772, there it is. Okay, I see it now. A little bit more. I'm slightly off the line. Nobody's perfect. All right, we'll do an engine shutdown here by just simply bang and boom, and then now we'll take a look and see if we get any jet bridges. Unless I'm missing anything else. Maybe I need to tune a frequency or something, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Probably should have turned on the APU first. Thank you, Captain Gumbo. Don't forget the gear. Yeah, that was a funny one when I butchered that poor Airbus. Okay. Now let's see here. Guys, we're going to wrap it up in about 5 minutes. I'm just getting down to the last of your comments. Oh my goodness. That's annoying. Oh, by the way, since we're here, it's probably a good idea just to see the terminal up close here. So again, some flickering textures. I'm sure you guys see that. The quality of the textures is immaculate. It's beautiful, but there is some flickering internal textures there. So something to point out to the development team. But that looks very nice. That looks very nice overall. Okay, getting to the last of your comments. Sorry, gentlemen. Captain Gumbo, I saw that video you posted. You are mean. You are a very mean person. That's horrible. Okay, anyway, let me get back to these questions here. Let's see. Green textures in the desert. Yun says those clouds look way better than FSX. I think you should still get similar looking clouds though with the Rex for textured rec, but right, FSX doesn't take advantage of the whole volumetric thing that Lockheed Martin has implemented. So yes, Captain Gumbo, remember the gear. That's a horrible video. Jetline says I'm the Chuck Norris of pilots. Right, I can land on runway what was it, only Chuck Norris can land on runway 35 or something like that. That was funny. Okay, Yun, you're mean. I was that pilot. You guys are mean. Oh my God, even Greg. Oh, you guys are really mean. You guys are horrible. Place your bets. They're betting on me to crash. Can you believe these people? These guys are horrible. Okay, anyway. Andre says, I wish someone would create a good Memphis. And again, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the stream, and Captain Gumbo mentioned it as well. Memphis looks like it's going to be Taxi2gate's next project. So they were talking about getting in a good hub for cargo aircraft. So my personal opinion, if you're going to do that, I would prefer Indianapolis over Memphis. But, you know, whatever. I think Indianapolis is a better looking airport. But Memphis, nevertheless, since that especially is the home of FedEx. So... And then Jetline says you have St. Louis and Little Rock in that area as well, and a nice Little Rock airport by Jetstream Designs. I almost said Jetline Designs. Captain Gumbo says brace for impact. Captain Gumbo, that's it. You're banned forever. Arden 145 says doubt any flight planner has OOHH. It should come with nav data. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to update some things because even when I tried to punch it in the CDU there, nothing, or the FMC, nothing came up for it. So, which is really gonna ruin my day when I'm ready to try to fly in or out of here. So that really sucks. What else? Yep, nav data will need to update that for sure. Jetline says SimBrief is working on OOTH or OOAH also. Andre says SimBrief gets the latest navgraph cycles. Free though, I think, question mark. But you need to get an access code to unlock it or something. Jetline says yes, with navgraph subscription, the updates into SimBrief are at no cost, which is correct. And then 145 says, cool, now all I need is somehow to move ultimate traffic to to the new airport, which is true. I'll need to figure that out over the coming week as well to get my traffic to move over. Let's see, Jetline says you need access code from Navgraph, which I don't believe is free, but that will be new feature I'm not aware of. Yeah, you just have to pay for Navgraph. Briandre says, yes, it was in a news update on their front page. Det Cord 12 Bravo, welcome aboard. He says, so the jet bridges are static and non-interactive. I guess we'll have to take a look at the manual, but at least at this gate, I'm not seeing anything move unless I have to tune a frequency in the radio or something. I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. In my ink, sorry, I can't get your name. Control J to activate the Jetway. That's probably not going to work because I don't have any control setting, so that's probably not going to work for me. What is that, like for animations or something? Yeah, that's not going to work in my case, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. No, Captain Gumbo, I'm not going to ban you. I just made you a mod, for goodness sake. So yeah, it doesn't look like the jet bridges are animated. I have to, let me just check really quickly before I sign off. Let me just look in the instruction manual really quick. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me see if there is a manual. Checking. Taxi2gate. Actually, it'd probably be in a sim market folder, wouldn't it? Sim market. Ninoy Aquino. Our Turk. Hamad. Here it is. Nope, there is no folder in there. I know it would have come with a manual, but where did it go? Shoot. Taxi2gate. Hamad. Oh, docs. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Documentation. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Windows. Ooh, that's big. Sorry. Okay, can everyone see that okay? Yep. All right, let's just scroll through here really quickly. Custom ground textures, custom photo scenery, custom mesh, hand place autogen, carefully detailed 3D autogen, full detailed buildings, realistic ground markings, numerous static objects, fencing, AVCAT, realistic ground textures, night illumination, moving jetways, control plus J. So it does have moving jetways. So there it is. Now in my case, can anyone tell me, let me see. Options, settings, controls. Can anyone tell me in my controls list what I would have to assign Control J to? Because I clear everything out of here and I program everything into FSUI PC. So to ensure that there's no conflict, I just deleted everything out of here. So I don't know if any of you can tell me, oh, attach Jetway. Would this be it? Control J? Let's see if that's it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I answered my own question. Okay, folks. Sorry about that. All right. Well, all I need is my GSX running then, and I'm good to go. I'm straight. All right. Look at that. Right up to the door. Not perfect. It actually busted the fuselage. My God. The Jetway did more damage to the plane than I did trying to land it. Okay, so good. Hopefully that answers your question. There are moving jetways. All right. Anything else? Buandre says, I just checked the SimBrief thing again. And yeah, you need to be a registered Navgraph user, which probably means with a subscription. Dutcourt says, I can't believe you said Bravo after my screen name. Well done. Prior service military. No service military, just 23 years in the airline industry. You get used to it, Delta Cord 12 Bravo. Thank you very much, sir, for the compliment. So that's it, gentlemen. I am going to have to get out of here. I am like almost 30 minutes past when I was supposed to leave. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new Doha Hamad from Taxi2gate. If some of you have just tuned into my stream for the first time, because I noticed there's quite a few, I think we're up to 90 people at one point. Basically, what I do on a pretty much weekly basis, or whenever something new is released, is I like to go in and show off the product for you, answer your questions. As you notice, I work really hard to make sure I get to all of your questions and your comments. The purpose is that a lot of us in the past have spent hundreds of dollars on add-ons, and a lot of it has come to just being a waste of money. So I know that I have literally wasted hundreds of dollars over the last 6 or 7 years on add-ons that was either misrepresented in the product page, or the screenshots were doctored up to make it look like it was something more than it was, and then I wound up buying it and then wasting my money. And as we all know, in many cases we can't get a refund. So one of the things that I really try to do to help you all out is to do these streams. That way you don't get motivated to go to a pirate website and download it, that you'll actually have a means to see it live in real time, ask your questions, and see it how it is. And I don't try to doctor it up anyway. I mean, obviously there are some issues with the scenery, such as the flickering textures. We notice buildings, floating roofs in the city area, stuff like that. So, and of course, when I see it, I've pointed it out. When you've seen it, I've pointed it out. So naturally, it's not perfect. An update is needed. Some interesting things with bridges and stuff on the land side, so on and so forth. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, because if there are products that you want but are still on the fence of whether or not you should buy it, and you need sort of a live stream like this to do it, I usually do a stream at least once a week where I just take random requests, so that you guys can go in and see it, and I try to help you guys out as much. So a lot of streamers spend time flying from point A to point B and showing off their skills. I really don't do that. I'm really more about promoting products. So again, thanks everyone who joined. I really appreciate it. I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun too. We had some interesting trolls come on board today, and that's actually my first time experiencing that. So that was a lot of fun also. But nevertheless, for those of you who normally tune in on a regular basis, thanks for always tuning in, and thanks for your help weeding out those bad seeds. I really appreciate your assistance, because obviously it takes a lot of work to do these streams. So again, thank you so much to everyone, and a well done to Taxi2gate. You can collect this product on Sim Market, and at some point I'll have to do like a Doha to Dubai kind of flight thing or something like that, and just open up a TeamSpeak and everyone come on and have fun. So anyway, thanks again so much everyone. I'll read just the last comments here before I sign off. Yun says that's going to be an extensive repair with the jet bridge on the fuselage. Yep. Namal says wonderful airport. IT Frozen says Delta Andre. How do I think I know who that is? Boy Andre says the flickering textures certain places is an alpha map problem. It might be a cause of P3D settings. Yes, it could be a P3D issue that FSX people may not experience. So thank you for pointing that out, Boy Andre. Paluccio says, thank you for your stream, my friend. Keep up the great work. Love your stream. Thank you for your answering my questions. Absolutely. My pleasure. Briandre says, thanks for streaming. Again, my pleasure. Young says, thanks for the stream. Again, my pleasure. Briandre says, very interesting. Great show. Thanks. Captain Gumbo says, great stream. Captain Gumbo, you are just mean. But love you, brother. Thank you for showing up. As always, much appreciated, everyone. Anyway, I am going to tune out. Got to go get my swimming on and get a little bit of lunch. So again, everyone, thanks so much. And remember, airdailyx.net for all the daily news. And yesterday is my 1-year anniversary of running AirDailyX by myself. I know my wife's mouth just dropped open like, what? What? Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so tomorrow on the 17th marks 1 year since Dom's retirement, and a lot of people were concerned that AirDailyX would just die and I would get burned out and it wouldn't happen, and I couldn't have done it without the help of a lot of you with the daily tip-offs and all that, so thanks so much. But yeah, I'll create a post on that tomorrow. 1 year to date running AirDailyX, almost pretty much solo, so the new website seems to be running well, and again, thanks to all of you for just helping keep it all alive. Anyway, I gotta bounce. Thanks again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, everyone.